How's everybody doing? Just want to. God, there's a lot of mushrooms growing over there. I don't know if you can see them. All that, my finger, all that orange is mushrooms. Anyway. Sorry, got sidetracked. I've had a lot of irons in the fire here recently, uh, which explains, the lack of content that I've had come out since my last video. But I'm still here, still alive, still doing well. Just been trying to get some things done, set myself up for a few interesting things in the future, as far as my capabilities of what kind of work I can do, that kind of stuff. It's not necessarily channel related. I guess more life related. But so I've been doing a bunch of that, and I've been doing a few things around here as I'm waiting on stuff to come in, and different parts to get done and whatnot. But so that's kind of what's been going on in my life. And like I said, it was going to slow down anyway. So that's to be expected. But I wanted to show you something I did. It's pretty stupid of me. And I want to show y'all so you don't end up making the same mistake. Alright, so this saw, I thought I'd screwed up and ruined it, because I had punched 2 holes in the fuel tank. And these blue fuel tanks are not easy to come by. So what happened was, I got this full wrap handle for the older 120 SI model. This is a 6800i. Okay. I don't have it out here, but the chain brake is set up and the clutch cover is set up different. So when I put this on, it didn't fit well. The chain brake wouldn't reset. I'm gonna have to do some things to try and get it fixed. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was when I finally got it fitted up and put on, I left it like that for a few days. Didn't think anything about it, and then I noticed that the brake wouldn't actuate. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to fix this thing. So I took it off, and all of a sudden fuel started pouring everywhere. Okay. Started pouring out of my screw holes in the fuel tank. So I thought I was, I thought I was done, and I'll show you the reason why. Okay, you see this handle? Look at the spacer in there. Okay. No spacer. The screws that go in this handle are these self-tapping screws here. Okay, I felt them bottom out, but I didn't think anything of it, and I just kept driving them in. And it kept the fuel from, while they were in, it kept the fuel from pouring out with the handle bolted up. But as soon as I took it out, it just started spilling out everywhere. Okay. So this is about the size that you would need. And this is the difference. See that? Now, I'll check that to make sure I don't end up knocking another hole in the tank once it's bolted up, but I'm pretty sure this right here will work. If not, I'll get online and figure out which self-tapping screws will fit and get some ordered. But what I wanted to show you is that if you knock holes in this tank, it's not completely over. I'll show you why. I have fuel in here right now, And as you can see, I've got no leaks. And I'll show you how I managed to do that. If I can get this off. There we go. And that's if you can even see down in there. Let me get a flashlight. Okay. So. Alright, you see where that screw hole is up there at the top? Okay, that's where the top one is. So what I did there, was I took my Allen wrench, I heated it up, and where I punched a hole, I heated that long Allen driver up and melted it back flush. Done that on both of them. You can see the bottom one down there too, right down there. Okay, come on, focus. There we go. Come on. Alright, so you can see the other hole down there. Alright, so that crystally looking stuff on top of that, come on. There we go. That crystally looking stuff on top of that, that is this stuff, and I'll show you. That is this here. Q-Bond. Repairs almost anything. Rock hard in 10 seconds, ultra strong. Also has reinforcing powders. Hard plastics, remote controls, lugs. You know, this is and that's. So that powder can actually fill gaps. But I put the gray for hard plastics, or no. I put the gray because it's petrol and oil resistant down in there, and put the Q-Bond on it, which is just like it's a super glue that mixes with that, and it makes it really, really hard. So I'll put that on there and let it sit for like 24 hours and put fuel in it, and it's held. So I don't think I'll have any issues out of it. But I know people do it with steel tanks all the time, going back and forth between wrap handles and half wrap handles, especially on 660s and stuff, that there is a block that goes in the bottom of that half wrap handle that allows you to utilize the long screws that go on the full wrap. Well, if you're not paying attention and you put a half wrap on with those long screws, you'll punch holes in your tank. So this method can be used to repair any holes punched in your tank like that. And you can even fill gaps, like if there's nothing left to burn back into the hole you punched in the tank, you can put a piece of tape down there and sprinkle that powder in there on that tape, and that tape will hold it, and you'll fill in that hole with that powder, and then you'll put your Q-Bond on it, and it'll soak in and bond to that fuel tank, and use that powder that you filled the hole with as a filler, and it'll seal that fuel tank up, despite there not being any material there for you to to melt back into place like I did on this particular fuel tank. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. I hadn't made a video in a while, so I felt like it was time to make a video again. I have some other videos that I've been trying to work to film, but between the weather and now it gets dark at 5:30, you know how that goes, and I've been busy on the weekends, it's a little more difficult for me to get footage. So I do have some backlog footage of just stuff that I filmed that didn't turn out well or something like that, and I may put some of that together and put out this week or something. I'm not sure, but it's just footage that I didn't necessarily like a whole lot, and wasn't super in a hurry to get it out there. So some of that stuff may get uploaded in the future, but until then, I'm still peddling those Pro Huskies and Steels. So if anyone's interested in those, I sold the 2 that I had, but I'm getting more, and I have kind of a steady stream of them just trickling in as I sell them. So anybody's interested, just let me know. All right, y'all have a good one. Catch you next time.